This is Seafoam Miles Draft League Week 4. Pretty sure this is Week 4. Yeah, this is Week 4. Between Reich the Rain Man of the Burger Kingdras and Paco of the Charleston Gastrodons. Two of the top two in the league right now, so this ought to be a very good game. Um, Apologies in advance. I'm having a little bit of allergies today, so sorry if I sound a little congested. But so for Z captains and megas, for Paco, he has Mega Alakazam, which is making an appearance. Z any Cobalion and Z, or maybe it was Z Attack. No, I think it was Z any Cobalion and Z Attack Ampharos, and Reich is Mega Blastoise, which also is making an appearance, with Z any Dragonite and Z Attack Kabutops. I'm pretty sure I got that right. I reviewed it right before this game started, so I'm 99% sure that's correct. But we're not gonna, looks like we're not going to be seeing any Z moves this game, and we are going to be seeing the megas on both teams. So immediately you have Alakazam in Psychic Terrain, so shooting off huge damage with Expanding Force. Luckily, Reich has some great resist, and Orbeetle, Ferrothorn, and Persian Alola is more iffy, but at least it's an immunity. Pursuit is allowed, so if Reich's Persian does have Pursuit, then it might be able to trap the Alakazam, which could be very helpful for Reich. Tornty looking pretty scary this game outside of Zapdos. Zapdos, it can't really do much to Zapdos. Kazam, and I already talked about Kazam, but Lele, similarly checked by Orbeetle and Ferrothorn like the Kazam. Nidoking looks like it could do like so much work this game, unless that's potential AV Tornty could be a semi-good check. Blastoise could go in here, like outside of Toxapex. It could do some great work this game. But with that, I think we've kept the players kept them waiting long enough. I'm going to tell them to hop right into it. All right, there we go. So we're going to see a lead whip, a Persian and Lele lead. So not the best lead for Reich. Persian cannot kill this thing with anything, and it'll definitely just drop to a Focus Blast. This thing, I'd imagine, will be setting up a Calm Mind if it's that variant, or it could just click Moonblast. Either way, solid play. Really good start for Paco. I'm not really sure why Reich was doing that. I guess could have, I don't know. We are going to see the parting shot right away. And then Moonblast is going to do literally nothing to Ferrothorn. Going 8%. That parting shot, that's definitely not Specs. Definitely not Specs. And that's a very specially defensive Ferrothorn, which obviously makes sense this matchup with Mega Alakazam and Lele, as well as doing. No, not really. I was gonna say it can kind of check Tornty, but not really. Yeah, we could definitely just see like a Leech Seed or Spikes or something coming off right now. Maybe even a Gyro Ball. We'll probably see the switch into Leafeon, I'd imagine. Although Leafeon cannot really touch this Pharaoh. So if he does have the spikes, then he can just Hazard Stack. Oh my gosh. What I'm guessing is an HP Fire, and that did absolutely nothing. That's not AV? No, it's definitely not AV, because he just used Stealth Rock. But dang, alright. That did so little. Oh my gosh. That did so little. -1 and like max Spadef. Ferrothorn, very strong Mon. Is kind of unfortunate though. Pharaoh probably could have just killed this thing right here, which would have been so nice for Reich. Just like in the long run, it would have been so nice. Alright, so they are going to see the switch into the Pex now. Heavy Slam does solid 13%. That's not bad at all. And we're going to see the dynamic duo Pharaoh Pex facing off right now. I'd imagine we just see like a T-Spike from the Toxapex. Reich does have the Nidoking that could get rid of that later on in the game, if necessary. I don't think he wants to stay in with Pharaoh because a potential Scald Burn could really hurt this Ferrothorn. Just keep whittling it down bit by bit. Which would not be very good for Reich. It is kind of in need of some Leech Seed recovery right now. Sorry. Yeah, so Heavy Slam. Ferrothorn's actually surprisingly heavy. In the last week or so, I saw this thing's. It looks pretty small, but I guess metal guy, so he's actually pretty heavy. But yeah, I'm sure Reich is not happy with. That he could have just killed the Lele right then and there. He didn't take too much damage though, but killing that Lele could have been super, super nice for him. Ooh, it'd be awesome. Oh, it'd be so cool if this thing has Terrain Pulse. Dang it. Oh my gosh, if he had Terrain Pulse. Oh man. Oh man, Terrain Pulse Blastoise would have been so actually cool. It would have been so cool. Oh my gosh. Blastoise, very strong. Blastoise is very strong. Dang, alright. Jeez, I was expecting this thing to be, like, pretty specially defensive, because, like, no, probably not. Ooga Beluga Booga. Yeesh, okay. This thing's most likely gonna switch. Does Leafeon get Leech Seed? I don't think it does. Don't think Leafeon gets Leech Seed, but this thing could definitely knock off the Ferrothorn, which has not shown an item yet. Could be Rocky Helmet, although in this matchup where he has the Lele Kazam, potentially not great to be, just since it's clearly so specially defensive. What's it called? Rocky Helmet would not be that good here. Reich could stay in, expecting this thing not to have any speed investment. But I think the safest play is just to switch here in Orbeetle or Pharaoh, or even probably the switch is Zapdos. Sorry. Zapdos probably switch here. Not a lot of actually good switch-ins to Zapdos. Not very many good Zapdos switch-ins that I'm seeing. This should definitely be interesting. This might be a pretty long game because I know Reich really likes to take his time when he's thinking. Oh, I forgot I got that. All the evolutions get that. But yeah, continuing on what I was just saying. Reich does a lot of thinking, and then also, okay, he is speedy, so it's a good thing that he switched out there. Although he could have just killed it, but it's whatever. But yeah, in this game where he's playing number 1 in the league, he's gonna be doing a lot of thinking, so this could definitely be a pretty long game. So I'm not really sure what this Persian is going to do to the Leafeon. Probably my guess would just be parting shot out and then go into Orbeetle or something. Assuming the Orbeetle has webs could be very beneficial this game. The only removal is Torn T, which against this team that has both Pharaoh and Orbeetle, if he's not running default on Torn T, then I'd say that's a little bit of a mess up in prep. But yeah, I'd imagine we'll just see a parting shot out because he's not U-turn. He's already shown parting shot, so it wouldn't make sense for him to be parting shot and U-turn. Although, I mean, I can see it. Also, Oh no, this thing. Okay, Icy Wind. So that's gonna do solid damage. And then the knockoff's gonna come off. It is Scarf. That's probably to just try and revenge the Alakazam. Is gonna get knocked off and lose that choice Scarf and that ability to revenge kill Alakazam. But Leafeon is now fairly low. It can't really switch into anything. Um, but yeah. So there's that thing. That thing. Alright, so that's a good play. He has the definite ability to gain some good good what's it called? Momentum here. Probably just go Nidoking. The play I think would be to click Thunderbolt because just to catch that Torn-T on a switch. Yeah, I think that's the play. Go Nidoking, and assuming he has T-Bolt. He might not have T-Bolt. If he has Ice Beam instead, that's kind of a big rip because then he has to rely on predictions, and relying on predictions, not the best. Not the best. Much easier just to click a move that hits both Torn-T and Toxapex. But yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine the plays just go Nidoking here. Or he could even go Zapdos if he wanted. Although Nidoking puts on more pressure. I'm going to assume he just goes Nidoking because that feels like the best play here. Unless Reich is seeing something that I don't see. I'd imagine he just wants to kill this thing as soon as possible. There is the Nidoking, yeah. Alright. So, hopefully we are going to see a Thunderbolt coming off. Hit either the Pex or the Torn-T. I think Reich's best play is just sack the Pex here. Because Pex is not really doing much this game. Pex is definitely not really doing much this game. It's already been flinched down low. And it genuinely just not really helping with much. Okay, so we're going to see a sub up with Nidoking. We're going to see Leaf Blade. And that's going to be a dead Leafeon. Very dead Leafeon. Alright, so that is gone. And then there's the Alakazam. The horror of everyone that in this league, this Alakazam is very terrifying. I don't think it's a kill leader, but very, very scary. Very scary. But yeah, we're going to see what Paco wants to do here. It could just set up a Calm Mind, which would be really bad. Really, really bad. If he set up a Calm Mind here, that'd be very bad for Reich. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry if you hear any background noise. My brother's messing around with something. Reich is just not in a good position with this Mega Kazam. This Mega Kazam can definitely shred some stuff. Alright, he's gonna frisk the Alakazite. Is that you trace the frisk and frisks his lefties. Alright, he is just gonna go for the safe play and click E-Force. It's gonna do not very much damage. Probably see a sticky web coming off from Orbeetle. Or we could just see a U-turn. I wouldn't be surprised to see a U-turn either. Yeah, we're gonna see. Not really sure. Not really sure what Reich wants to do here. Also, interesting. Earlier, I think Leafeon showed to be boots. Not really sure what that's all about. Probably didn't want to get worn down by rocks and spikes from that thing, and also wanted to maybe maintain speed for whatever reason if webs were up. There is the Torn-T. It is going to be boots, and that Bug Buzz is actually going to do some solid damage. Probably he isn't. Yeah, switch to Zapdos. Defog coming off. He has earned that defog just like I expected. Most likely going to just see a U-turn by the Zapdos. Probably a U-turn by the Torn too. Probably see 2 U-turns here. Problem with Paco U-turning here, if he gets a static pair, that's like super unfortunate. Well, not just unfortunate because like static do be like that sometimes. But It could just like make Torn so much worse this game. The like if he's able to kill Torn, like he wants to kill Torn as quickly as possible. All right, so that's coming in. Gonna take a T-bolt. That did not do any damage. Let me see. What's Miltank's Spadaf? I didn't think it was that good. Oh, all right. It's only 70. So that's just like max Spadaf. I don't. All right. I mean, stupid Miltank. Everyone hates Miltank, so like it's fine. Probably see a U-turn coming off, and then either a stealth rock or a milk drink from the Miltank. Even body slam, although I don't think that makes the most sense here. Probably just gonna see. I could actually see right going for a second T-bolt, but you never know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. He's just gonna hard switch, go into this Persian. Not sure what the Persian really wants to do here. I don't know what he was predicting. I don't know what he was expecting there, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if this thing is taunt. I could see it running taunt. That would make sense, especially with that Toxapex. All right, we're gonna see knockoff. No more lefties for you. Counter. Oh, fat damage. All right, that did a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna see the counter Miltank. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. I hate Miltank. Everyone hates Miltank. No one likes Miltank. If you like Miltank, then you're fake. You don't exist if you like Miltank. Icy Wind. That did absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. That did literally nothing. Jeez. 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 Knock off again. Whew. That cannot touch it. Okay. Yeah, there's the Blastoise. We're going to see if he has Aura Sphere. I would not be surprised if he had Aura Sphere. Ooh, he's Rest Talk. Okay. Well, assuming I'm gonna assume he has Sleep Talk, but he does. All right. Dark Pulse is so little. Oh my gosh. Everybody hates Miltank, and nobody likes Miltank. Everybody thinks that Miltank is a very garbage mon. All right. Hit the Dark Pulse. Nope. Alright, so he's just going to Sleep Talk into Rest again. He will wake up this turn and allow that to recover off some damage or something. But he's just going to flinch again. That's very unfortunate for Paco. Paco's got to be very annoyed right now. At least he isn't losing it. I've known him in the past to just lose it. Okay. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay. Paco, back when I knew him, would have, like... He would have been very angry, so... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I mean... That's what happens when you run... And you draft Toxapex. Dark Pulse doing nothing. It's a very fat Lele. Very fat Lele. Okay. Very fat Lele. He'll probably just click Hidden Power here. Expecting the switch into the Pharaoh. I could see Reich staying in here. Predicting the HP Fire coming off. Reich. I'm not seeing any removal because assuming his last move is Water Stab and not Rapid Spin, he has no... Oh wait, no, yes he does. He has Zapdos. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. All right. Okay. All right. I just felt like going silent there for no apparent reason. He will drop to an HP Fire because he's not -1 attack. I just felt like going silent there randomly because I ran out of something to say, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. because I got no idea what I'm doing. Oh, whatever, man. Pharaoh will just drop to an HP fire. Paco knows that. I don't know if Reich does. He may not. Okay. Things are not looking great for Reich. This Lele. I don't know, man. I feel like lefties was the play, or was the bring on Pharaoh. Just did give it some. What's the word? I don't remember, but just to give it some. Oh, passive recovery. That's the word I was thinking of. He's gonna pull out the. He's gonna show the. What's it called? The fire weakening berry, except it's just. Except it only activates the second time you get hit by a fire move. It's a real thing. You should Google it. That's an actual ability. That's an actual berry that exists. I'm not lying to you. I swear. All right. No, don't sack your Nidoking. Don't sack your Nidoking. Keep him alive. No, not Nidoking. Not Nidoking. No. No. I don't know what kills this thing, honestly. I don't think what kills this thing. I have no idea what kills this Lele. I don't really know what can take hits and then do enough damage back to kill it, but things are just not looking great for Reich right now. Lele could honestly just win here. Lele could definitely just win here. Alrighty. I was gonna say I hope I fight Paco next week, but then I remembered I had a super upsetting loss against Colin because I was the big dumb. I could have swept him with Mega Gyarados, but I didn't, so I will not be fighting Paco next week. Okay, he actually is not doing very much damage to this thing. Water Pulse, that does solid damage. Blastoise might be able to pull it off. Don't really know. Do not really know. Okay. Alright, he's gonna rest. That's gonna be a dead Blastoise. He was never pulling that off. Ignore me. Rip the Blastoise. He gonna be dead now. He gonna die. He just gonna die. This Lele. Lefty's Lele was actually like such a good bring this game. Because not much is really touching this thing. Outside of Nidoking, but Lele outspeeds just killed him. He just dead. Lele actually just kind of beats this whole team, to be honest. Lele kind of just beats this entire team. I mean, now that Pharaoh is chipped. Once Pharaoh gets chipped, Lele just wins. This is... Paco's team is so scary. Paco's team is so stupid. Why do we let Paco get this team? I need to fight Paco. I should stop just... I should talk about the game instead of just talking about my performance in this league. Yeah, we're gonna see the Torn come in, which makes sense. Probably see a switch to Zapdos here, yeah. And Lele is in, gets more lefties recovery. Probably see the Psyshock come off here. I doubt that Zapdos will be able to do enough to kill this thing. Mega Blast, getting that special attack drop, which doesn't almost, I mean, not, it doesn't even make up for the triple flinches earlier, but hey, at least you got something. You got something. Okay. Toxic. That's pretty toxic of you, Paco, not gonna lie. Also, I wonder if Paco knows that. I don't know if that's just expanding force or if that's everything having to do with terrain, but I know that expanding force and rising voltage do not have the, they don't get boosted by terrain if the target isn't grounded. I don't know if that's just expanding force and rising voltage or if it's all attacking moves. If so, then Moonblast would have been stronger, but if not, I think Psyshock would have been stronger. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. All right, he's gonna get the late game webs up. Don't know if that's gonna be enough to bring it back for Reich. I don't really know anything that. I don't think anything beats this. I genuinely don't think anything beats this Lele. I don't think anything beats this Lele. I warned Reich. I told them, I'm like, I actually don't know if I specifically mentioned Lele, but I did say, make sure not to over prep for Kazam, and then just lose to Lele. Just a bit of constructive criticism. I think Reich has the tendency to see something that's really scary and then like super over prep for it, like Mega Kazam. He brought a lot of stuff for Mega Kazam, and not the best answers for this. Lele, same thing happened in another league. Same thing happened in another league that we played in. He brought. I had a Mega Heracross. He was so scared of the Mega Heracross. Like I could tell from the team that he sent me after the game. He was like, I had no answers from Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile literally could have just won that matchup, and he brought like Max Fizz Def Rest Talk Mega Mawile, just like just because he was that scared of Mega Heracross, and I think that may have ended up costing him the game. Just a little gonna give a little constructive criticism to Reich here. I think if you have like if you can handle Mega Exam, right? Make sure like you bring a good check / counter to Mega Exam, right? But then also make sure you have good easy ways to deal with Lele. And then also, I'm sorry if I'm coming off as like super judgmental or whatever, but I'm genuinely just trying to give Reich some feedback here. I feel like I don't really think he could have helped letting Pharaoh get worn down like that, but honestly, but actually, I feel like Pharaoh getting worn down was so big to this game because once Pharaoh was in range for HP Fire, this team just lost to Lele. It just lost. The game was already over by then. Because, funnily enough, like, I don't even know if that's a word, but this team kind of gets walled by Lele. The only things that break it are Pharaoh, which, like I said, Pharaoh, once it got worn down into HP Fire range, it couldn't kill it because Lele outsped and just killed it first. But then Nidoking, same with Nidoking. Nidoking just died to a Psyshock before it could kill it. So I think letting Pharaoh get chipped was like not really Reich's fault, but I think that was what cost him the game. Having Pharaoh be worn down like that. I don't think he really could have helped having Pharaoh worn down like that. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say on that. Both played great. I think Reich didn't misplay anything. I don't think Reich misplayed anything. I think just he was just overwhelmed. This team is crazy. This team is so crazy. I genuinely just think Reich was overwhelmed. He couldn't really do much. This team's really crazy. This team's crazy good. Reich's matchup was solid, but not fantastic. But yeah, just for future reference, Reich, make sure, just try and not over prep for stuff. Just try and, like, obviously make sure you have ways of dealing with it, but if worse comes to worse, you can play around Megazam, right? As long as you have something to revenge kill it. Like, especially if you have webs up. But yeah, I'm gonna end my rant here. Good game to both. Both played very well. GG's. Sorry for my like, bleh, but um, yeah. Good game to both. Thanks for watching. See you later.